This video is going to be about the cQ-Cumulative period bands indicator, version 1.0. This is the indicator. This indicator is very similar to the cumulative bands indicator, except this one doesn't use a cumulative moving average. It actually uses normal or everyday type moving averages and just increases the period at each candle. So, for example, this down here, this is probably a period of 1 or 2. There's a minimum for some of them. This one's set for 4, meaning that, say this candle is a 1 or 2. Say if it's a 1, this would be 5, 9, it's 13. And as it gets higher, they get flatter, mimicking what the cumulative moving average does. Everything else is pretty much the same. This is linear ATR using the whole moving average. And then this is how the ATR is set currently, a 96 period. And obviously, as you get lower, depending on what you want, you have to adapt this multiplier to whatever time frame you're on. Or you can also just go and can set this to linear, and you can do it through pips. See, this is a little different. Put this to 1. Of course, you can change this. The higher values seem to work a little better. Well, we have to be on to the ATR bands here. Let me put this back. 96. Okay, and then we'll try this at, say, 24. And then this line, just to show you where it starts and ends, it can either be, like right now, it's the open of whatever the reset period time for. Right now we're on the daily 15-minute Aussie Swiss. That's what this line will represent. You can change it to the open, close, any of these, for example, which didn't change it very much because that candle is pretty small right there. You can do that, or it can change to the last cumulative period moving average, which, again, you have a number of moving averages you can try. The AMA seems to work really good on a lot of them. You just have to try it. I kind of like the higher ATR values, but whatever works. And then I also should mention that there is a period right here, the moving average period. You can set this to indicator calculated, and what it's going to do is I've already predetermined the number of candles per period for, say, the daily. And what it's going to do is it's going to spread this 21. It's going to start at 1 or 2, sometimes 3, depending on the moving average, and it will increment it until it gets to the last candle. I'll show you. Right here. So it's going to start out at, say, 1 or 2, and then it's going to calculate its own increment value till at this point it's 21. That's what this means here. And then again, you have the same thing where you can use linear, got Fibonacci, or the one that I put in there. You can create your own. The same thing, same indicator basically, just the only difference is I allowed the period to be changed. Because I have the daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. So all those will be in the zip file. They're all very similar design. Same thing. Some of them have a limit, and some of them, if you start seeing really funky things, if you start getting up into, like, put this to 5. If the increment value gets too large, it starts to do some strange things. So when you see that, just back off a little bit. But anyway, this is right here. This is a week, and we're on the 30-minute. Just with this particular setting. Again, you have to go in and find what works. But for the most part, that's this indicator.